Welcome back. Thank you for having been with us on the stage, and I really do hope that you saw last week's episode where we started the beautiful story of our first capacity building workshop. If you didn't, please visit our YouTube where you will see that episode still very much available. And so we had ended that episode with a look at our wonderful opening ceremony. And now we come to the meat of the matter, which was the actual training of the fellows themselves. Please stay back and watch.
You don't build brands without having structure. Nah. If it must be a brand, it must be identified, right? Then you must build what we call corporate structure, and it is not expensive. Especially in Nigeria. CAC, legalize a business, find one or two people, find partners. There's nothing wrong in having partners. Why do you want to be, I'm doing out the business. Yes, I don't know, but business will die next week. You know your area of strength. You know your area of weakness. Find a partner that can support your area of weakness. And guys go out and become a force. Before you need to have a brand. Build corporate structure. And please stop chopping the money that you're making. That is your business. It's my business. If I die, I die. Yeah. They are supposed to contribute to the GDP of the country. They are supposed to contribute to per capita income of people. They are supposed to hire people. They are supposed to be an employer of labor. So you should have people working with you. And you should be accountable to the business, even though it's your business. Pay yourself.
Turning a business idea into a business opportunity. So, like we all know, we're all here because we all have business ideas. So this class, I want it to be interactive, so occasionally I will ask some questions. Okay. For me, business idea is a concept for a product or service. So what it simply means is that that idea that you have of either a product or a service that you want to offer to the public. Simple. So that thing that you are doing, that is the business idea. Then we also have business opportunity. A business opportunity simply means that that business idea, being able to make it profitable, that is, it must have a profitable potential. It must be able to generate funds, money for you that you will use to take care of yourself. So now we have characteristics of a business opportunity. Number one, a business opportunity must meet a need. It simply means that there must be a need for that product, that's your idea. There must be a need for it in the market. That service that you want to offer, there must be a need for it. So now here, we are evaluating the business idea. So these are questions that you need to ask yourself concerning your business. You must all take time. After this my theory class, you're going to have an exercise class. So this your business idea, you must take time to evaluate it. Is there a demand for the business? That's your idea. Is there a demand for it? Take for example, I'm into the food business. People will always look for food. People, no matter what, here now some of you ate before coming. You've also eaten here. There's always a huge demand. So that business that you decided to venture into, you must check to be sure that there will always be a demand for your services. Then the next one is, who are your competitors? You must always check around you because there's always competition for every business. When I first started my own business, where I am, I first went out and I checked around. And then I knew my competitors. Because if you don't check out for your competitors, sorry to say, you're planning to fail. Because as you launch that business, as that business idea, as beautiful as it might sound to you, I bet you there are a whole lot of people that are into that business. And they will just come and view your business. And because they have been at it for a very long time, they know what they will do to always have the upper hand. So you must always weigh your competitors. This is very, very important. Then you must always, at the end, after checking out your competitors, you must always have an edge over them so that you always remain relevant.
Do not limit yourself. When that belief comes to you, challenge it. Don't say, I cannot do something. Say, I am working better. I'm trying to get better at it. Do you understand what I mean? I cannot do something is, I won't bother to try. I cannot do it. If I say to you, lift this table, and you say to me, I cannot lift this table, right? Are you going to bother to try to lift the table? You have told yourself, I cannot lift this table, and therefore you will not bother to try to lift it. If I say to you, lift this table, and you look at this table, you see how heavy it is. Your eyes has already told you that, you will not be able to lift this table. But you say to yourself, I will work at it and try to lift it. Are you going to make effort or not? You make effort. So always challenge any belief that limits you. Challenge it. And that belief must not always come from you. It can come from people around you. So stop focusing on what is wrong. Focus on what can I do to solve the problem. Do you understand what I mean? What can I do to solve the problems? Do not focus on what is wrong. Because I can tell you, if we want to sit down today and start talking about what is wrong, we will not finish it today. So your concern should be about how can I solve the problem? There's one difference between the rich and the poor. One difference. You see the poor, when they earn money, they spend it first and invest what is left. Right? The rich people earn money and invest first and spend what is left. There's a difference between the two. There's a difference between the two. If you earn 50,000, for instance, and you say to yourself, oh, let me first of all buy all the things I need. Eh? And by the time I'm done buying what I need, what I have left, I will invest it. Question is, are you going to invest anything? You need to answer me. Will you invest? Now, if you earn 50,000 and you say to yourself, I need to invest in something, and you spend 10,000 investing in something, are you going to figure out how to survive on the 40,000 left? Will you figure it out? Will you die? That is the difference between the rich and the poor when it comes to finances. That is why you will go to an office, two people earn 120,000. One person has a house and the other person is homeless. Have you ever seen people who are like that? What is the difference between the two of them? Yes. Because if you spend first, it will never be enough. So you must remember this, that financial discipline is very important. In your small business, you pay yourself. That business is your what? Employer. You pay yourself. So you must never live above your means. You must always live below your what? Means. You must never keep up with the Kardashians. Never. You must never do that. So you have to have that financial discipline to be successful.
Entrepreneur, you need to take time to take care of yourself, to look good. When you go to see any MD, they will open the door for you. They will open that door for you to present your business to that person. But if you appear there like a beggar, Oyo is your case, thank you. Oyo is your case. And let me tell you, you can go anywhere and you can speak to anybody. Keep telling yourself that I can go anywhere and I can talk to anyone. I can go anywhere, I can talk to anyone. Keep telling yourself. And then keep practicing what you want to tell a Dangote when you meet a Dangote. Because we all have that inner strength. Every one of us, we have that inner strength. We just need time to develop, to bring it out. We just need time to bring it out. Okay, why is SWOT analysis a powerful tool to use? Why is it very powerful as an entrepreneur? It is used to explore new solutions to problems. It is a tool that is used to identify barriers that could limit the goals and objective. You can use it to identify barriers. Just like we were speaking now, she was able to identify a barrier that is making her not to showcase herself. So as a business person, you need to be able to identify barriers, identify limitations.
And as an entrepreneur, you don't have so much time on yourself to sell yourself. You don't have another opportunity to make a first impression. So wherever you find yourself, or in whatever situation you find yourself, you must be able to pass your message at the first place. What am I saying? Learn to be specific in your conversations, in your dialogue, because you don't know who may fall or who may become interested in what you do, or who may become a potential investor. It is the most important thing any entrepreneur can do, to keep tabs on yourself, to keep tabs on your business, to watch your progress, and if possible to even invite investors. Every money that comes in, every money that goes out must be recorded. Every inventory that comes in, every inventory that goes out must be recorded.
With your customers, right? And what? Where they spend much of their time online. So irrespective of what it is that you're doing, irrespective of what your business idea is, guess what? There are people online searching for you, waiting for you. They have seen someone like you. They are at the point where they are trying to decide, how are you different from the ones that they have seen before? And that's where you're going to learn about UVP and all of that, your unique value proposition, your unique selling proposition, and all of that. So it is now about how you demarcate yourself, how you differentiate yourself. It is not just about social media. So we've moved away from social media being a place for fun and entertainment to a place where you can now earn money, right? That you can now transact business. Are we together? Does that make sense? So it used to just be Facebook. Let me check how many friends. Let me connect with this person. Let me connect with that person. You go into Facebook Messenger, you chat. Right? So today that we now have an ads manager, Meta ads manager, where you can post a product and you boost it. You add buttons for chat me, call me, and you add a number there because you are going to get people to it's called call to action. Have you seen what I have? Do you like it? So chat me. Do you like what you see? So call me. That's digital marketing. Okay? So, for the marketing funnel, right, we have what we call the AIDA model. AIDA. And this AIDA model says that there are 4 components. You have awareness, where you attract attention via the post that you're going to put out. So it means that whatever it is that you're going to type, you must vet it. You must go through it. You must ensure it makes a lot of sense. First of all, to you. If you are not certain, if you are not sure about it, reach out to someone who is supposed to be your friend and say, see this post, please just vet it for me. And if a person says, okay, then you put it out there. So you attract awareness through the kind of post that you create.
This particular lecture I like to take, the 2 lectures that will follow one upon another. As we strive to make you successful entrepreneurs, but as an old woman, a grandmother, I know that what truly matters in the end is a happy life, a fulfilled human being. Having money, having the finances is important. Let nobody tell you otherwise. I remember my sister years ago when we were young who said, it is very difficult to love when you're in poverty. You know, to be saying, I love you, darling, when they don't know where the money for food for your children is going to come from, is a very tough thing to do. So, financial empowerment, financial strength is important. And that is why we do this program for you. You need to become economically empowered. It is within you to make it happen. But in addition to economic empowerment, you need help. A couple of years ago, we identified the need for mental health. We realized that our country was not an easy place to be in. And unfortunately, it's been getting worse, you know? And that businesses are struggling, young people are struggling. And we researched and found, I actually did a program on it on the Sage, that we are witnessing the highest rates of suicide ever in this country, particularly suicide amongst young people. Entrepreneurs are not naturally, that is the nature of entrepreneurship, under pressure. As the economy continues to decline, your pressure increases. Any good, successful enterprise must be solving a problem. I think you've heard that over and over again this week. But this social entrepreneurship involves the principle of the fact that it isn't just any business, but one that meets the social need. You see, life is about pitching. Life is about presentation. If you're intending to success with your business, you must be able to present. It may not even be in a formal setting. My fellows, some of the past fellows like Bilikisu, you haven't met her, you will meet her in the next training. Elevator pitch. You only have 2 minutes. Or 1 minute with somebody, an executive in an elevator, or a potential investor in an elevator. In that 1 minute, you talk with confidence about your business. You pitch it, you sell it. That is the life of a successful entrepreneur. Keep it quiet, it doesn't work. Who go buy now? So stay composed. You have to learn it, you have to practice it. Some are naturals, it comes very easily to them. But I have also seen a lot and known that even some of the shyest turn out to be the best at it. All you need is practice. Practice, practice, practice. Expect questions. Please, a presenter can never be seen cut off his guard and engage in a battle of words. Never. Your response must be respectful. Sometimes we even use things like, with all due respect. You see, that's an excellent question. Oh, or that is a very interesting question. Actually, it gives me food for thought. Or with all due respect, sir, in my experience, that has not been the case. And you respectfully give your own viewpoint. It's not that person in the crowd who asked a rude question that matters, that the crowd will go away blaming. It is you that stood there in front of everybody and said, "What kind of a question is that? What is wrong with you, sir? I will not answer it." You're not a lecturer. So we learn to respectfully answer with dignity and put the person in their right place if there's need for that. But usually, trust me, there isn't too many of that. In all the many presentations I have done across the world, usually, when you yourself are respectful and you give your information with confidence, with a smile, many people respond in similar fashion.
As I reflect on it myself, being right in the heart of the program, let me say that, as usual, I was hugely impressed by these young people. They gave me much hope and much encouragement. They assured me once again that our young people in Nigeria, if we give them the right support, have a lot to give back. They were enthusiastic. They fellowshipped with enthusiasm. They learnt with enthusiasm. But we're still at the beginning of the journey. Today, all of them, without exception, are out doing what we call their internship, for which they do for 3 months. Again, another very important milestone in the program. And we hope to be able to come back someday soon to share their internship experience with you.
But again, we want to use this opportunity to again thank the many friends and family who have weighed in to commit funds to support us so that this program is indeed ongoing. We promise to continue to update you regularly. But we ask you to share our joy with us. The journey has begun. The young people are doing extremely well, and there's much to look forward to. We thank you. Please continue to journey with us.